Good morning. Thank you for joining us once again on the Wonderful Elementary Writers podcast. My name is Mrs. Salcedo, and I have the privilege today to be in the podcast studio with some of my second grade students that I share with Mrs. Mullins. We have 3 new second graders today that are going to share their published personal narratives from quarter 2. First, we're going to start with you, Chloe. You excited to be here?
Yes.
It's kind of cool in here, right?
Uh-huh.
What are you most proud of in this second published piece?
Maybe I think I'm most proud of my similes.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So go ahead and read your title, and we can't wait to hear your writing.
The Airplane Ride by Chloe McFazia. Have you ever gone on an airplane ride, just you and your mom? I have. First, I got to the airport as quick as a cheetah. I drank a chocolate smoothie. I love this, I said. Then I walked in onto the wobbly airplane. Next, it quickly took off. This is so fun, I whispered to my mom. The airplane ride was so awesome. Finally, we arrived in Arizona. I will never forget the exciting time that I went on a trip with my mom.
Thank you. Great job. I do love your simile as well. One of the things I just noticed now is how perfectly placed your ly adverbs are. Do you remember what we call ly adverbs? What part of writing are they? Are they a decoration or a dress-up?
Dress up?
They are a dress-up. You had a lot of dress-ups in your piece. I'm really proud of you. Thank you for sharing. Our next second grade writer is Luke, and he's going to share his second published piece of second grade. Luke, what are you most proud of in this piece?
I'm most proud of the topic that I'm writing about
Yeah, why is that?
because I just like it.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience. Okay, let's hear it.
The Best Birthday Present by Luke Meister. I will never forget the best birthday present I got. My dad was taking me on an extraordinary trip for my birthday. First, we got on a long airplane. We were as high as the clouds. Second, we got into a black Tesla and drove to the Element Hotel. Then I unpacked. Next, I dashed to the pool. After that, we drove to a really nice restaurant. I played quietly on my iPad. The next day, I drove and walked to Levi Stadium to watch the 49ers vs. Chiefs football game. Defense, I yelled. Finally, the game was over. Unfortunately, the 49ers lost. After that, we went back to the hotel and I played on my awesome, fantastic iPad and drank amazing Coca-Cola and ate really yummy Domino's pizza. I didn't want to go home. I will never forget my 8th birthday present.
Thank you for sharing. That sounds like an incredible time. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Our next second grade reader and writer is Addie, and she's going to share her published piece of quarter 2. Now, Addie, you have grown so much as a writer this quarter. What are you most proud of with this piece?
The dialogue and the simile together.
Okay, let's hear it. What's your title?
The Cute Pumpkin.
Okay.
It was a beautiful Sunday night, and me and my brother carved cute little pumpkins. I carved an orange cat, and my brother carved a funny pumpkin head. Next, I took off the top of the pumpkin. Then I got all of the seeds and sticky goop out. But there was one more glob of goop. I shouted like a lion, "Mom, come and help me." My mom said, "Wait 1 minute." Finally, my pumpkin was wonderfully done. I love my pumpkin very, very much.
Fantastic. I'm really proud of you. And Addie, what I want to point out to our listeners is one of the things that you do in your writing all the time is you really capture what's called a small moment. Some writers want to write about like everything that happened in their day or everything that happened, but you really take that small moment and develop it. And your entire piece was just about carving pumpkins, and it was wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Welcome back to the wonderful Elementary Writers Podcast. We have 3 new second graders in the podcast studio with us. Sierra, what do you think of this room?
I think it's really amazing, and I like the tiles on it.
Right. When you walked in, you were like, wow. So it's really fun to be in the podcast studio and learn how to share our voices and our stories with other people. So I'm so glad that you guys are here with me this morning. We are sharing quarter 2 published pieces, and in second grade, we did personal narratives again, and you 3, like all of the second graders, have learned so much in just the 2 quarters of second grade. So, Sierra, you're going to start us off, and before you start reading, what are you most proud of with this piece?
Well, I am most proud of the dress-up words that are in my piece.
Fantastic. Well, can you share with our audience, what is a dress-up?
It's an ly verb.
An ly adverb, yeah.
Yes, and it's a strong verb and quality adjectives.
You are so correct. I can't wait for our audience to listen to all your dress-ups. What's the title of the piece you'll be sharing?
The carnival.
Thank you. Go ahead.
My last day of first grade was fantastic. It's where my school throws a big party.
Can I stop you just 1 second, honey, because you're such an exceptional reader and writer. I'd love you to just slow down a tiny bit so our audience can hear all of your great words.
My last day of first grade was fantastic. It's where my school throws a big party. There's a bouncy house and games, hairspray, and ring toss. Also, you have tickets that you can spend at the carnival. It was so fun. My sister Summer was with me. There were face paints too. I got balloons at the carnival. Me and my sister had a marvelous time. Then my principal announced that we had 10 more minutes to play. I zoomed like a cheetah to the place where they give out prizes. Then my mom picked me and my sister up. We drove home. It was an amazing carnival.
Fantastic. I'm so proud of you. You've done such a great job this year. Thank you for sharing your writing. Okay, our next second grade writer that we have in the podcast studio is Micah. Micah, thank you so much for being here and sharing your second published piece. What are you most proud of as a writer in this piece?
I like my simile.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it. What's the title of this?
Going to Idaho.
All right, let's read it nice and slowly.
One day I went to Idaho, and all my family went with me, except one of my uncles couldn't come. First we packed up. Next we drove to the airport and got onto the airplane. Then I went to my cousin's house, and I caught 2 fish that were as small as mice. I played there for a couple more days. Finally, we dashed to my grandma's house, and I played with her cat Sally and my sister. We were surprised when my uncle called and said, "I'm coming." We jumped for joy. In the morning, we hurried to the airport to pick him up. It was an exciting trip to Idaho.
Fantastic. I love how you wrote about your uncle coming and then you jumped for joy. I could really picture that in my mind. That's great writing. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Our final second grade writer who will be sharing their piece is Sophia. Sophia, thank you for being here today. What are you most proud of in this second published piece?
I like the simile.
Okay, great. What is a simile? Can you share that with our listeners? Maybe some of them forgot what a simile is. Do you remember?
No.
You don't? Well, do any of our other guests remember?
I do.
Sierra, can you tell us what is a simile?
It is something where you say like or as to describe something. Like if I would say, I ran as fast as a cheetah. That would be a simile.
You are exactly right. Thank you for sharing. So, Sophia, you have a simile in your piece, and now all of our listeners will be listening attentively for it. So let's go ahead and hear it.
Going to Palm Springs. One sunny morning, my mom said, "We are going to Palm Springs. Woohoo, I'm absolutely going to bring all my toys," I shouted. I couldn't stop jumping around like a kangaroo. When we were on the car ride, I wouldn't stop asking, "Are we there yet?" I was bored on the drive, so I was taking photos every minute like a professional. Click, click, click. I will never forget that trip.
Very nice reading. Thank you. And I do love your simile. Do you know which sentence in your piece is your simile now? When you did what, like a kangaroo?
I couldn't stop jumping around like a kangaroo.
Jumping around like a kangaroo. That's a great simile. Thank you for sharing.
This episode has been a production of the Capistrano Valley Christian Schools Podcast Network. Capistrano Valley Christian Schools is a Christian JK through 12 school in San Juan Capistrano, California. Be sure to check out, subscribe to, and leave a review of this show and the other shows on our network on your podcast player of choice. Doing so supports the school community in a multitude of ways. For more information about the CVCS Podcast Network or any of our other shows, check out cvcs.org or email podcasts@cvcs.org. On behalf of the whole network, this is Mr. Jasper saying thank you again for listening and stay tuned for more.